Welcome to the Shrine of Remembrance's commemorative broadcast for our November monthly remembrance service. Each month, a service is held at the shrine to remember those Victorians who served during the First and Second World Wars and would have attended their annual remembrance service at the shrine in this month, but due to the passage of time are no longer able to. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, we bring you this commemorative broadcast so that the service and sacrifice of thousands is still remembered. In the First World War, 89,000 Victorians served overseas, 19,000 of them never came home, killed while serving their country. This month, we remember and honour Victorian servicemen and women from all branches of the armed forces who served during the First World War. All those who served in the Royal Australian Navy on the light cruisers HMAS Brisbane and HMAS Sydney. HMAS Brisbane was launched in November 1916 and served in the Indian Ocean and then the Mediterranean until the end of the war. HMAS Sydney sank the German raider Emden at Cocos Islands in the Indian Ocean on 9 November 1914, with the loss of 4 men killed and more than a dozen wounded. HMAS Sydney and her crew served in the North Sea until the end of the war. Of the Australian Army, we remember the Royal Australian Engineers Bridging Train. One of 40 engineer units, it was responsible for light railway operations and tunnelling, mostly on the Western Front. The Army Medical Corps, especially the 1st and 3rd Light Horse Ambulances, the Camel Brigade Field Ambulance, and the 2nd Field Ambulance. Field ambulances evacuated casualties from infantry battalions, light horse regiments, and all other units. The stretcher bearers were under constant enemy fire and account for most of our 684 medical personnel killed during the First World War. And the 10th Light Trench Mortar Battery, which supported Victoria's 10th Brigade and lost 80 men on the battlefield. In the Second World War, 297,000 Victorians served overseas. 10,900 never came home. This month, we remember and honour Victorian servicemen and women from all branches of the armed forces who served during the Second World War. Those who served in the Australian Army in the 2nd 8th Australian Infantry Battalion, part of the 6th Division, which served in North Africa, Crete and Palestine in 1940 to 42, and later in New Guinea from 1944 to 45. The Australian Water Transport Units formed at Chowder Bay in Sydney Harbour, comprising skippers, coxswains, engineers, navigators, radio operators and helmsmen. They sailed their small ships all over the South Pacific to land men and machinery, often in enemy territory. We remember those who served in the Royal Australian Air Force, in fighter squadrons in North Africa and the Mediterranean, Northwest Europe and the Pacific. Those who served with the Corps of Commissionaires, established in Australia, its members from all branches of the military services. The Corps now provides welfare services, transition from service to civilian life support, and its members served as custodians at the Shrine of Remembrance. And lastly, the Royal Australian Engineers, founded in 1860 as the Military Engineering Corps of the Australian Army. They have been active in all conflicts and still operate today.
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. Lest we forget.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth fertile, our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair.
Guard, about, turn. Quick, march.
Thank you for joining us in remembrance of those who served and sacrificed.